In 1867, Kansas State University held its first commencement. 3 women and 2 men graduated that year. As the first land-grant university in the nation, this fledgling university had a vision of providing innovative education to all people. That early vision has continued through to the present, with over 250 majors and a diverse student body, including students from all 50 states and more than 100 countries. Becoming one of the nation's top 50 public research universities by 2025 is today's vision for tomorrow. With academic programs among the best in the nation and professors who are leaders in their fields, Kansas State University is an international leader in teaching, learning, service, and research. Today's graduates join over 200,000 alumni who are proud to call K-State their alma mater. Congratulations, and thank you to all those who have supported them through their undergraduate experience at Kansas State University.
Please remain standing while Rachel Hunt, a senior in music, sings our national anthem. Absolutely beautiful. You may be seated. Good morning. I am Debbie Mercer, and I serve as Dean of the College of Education. And it is my pleasure to welcome each and every one of you to the Fall 2015 College of Education Commencement. As we begin our program this morning, I am privileged to introduce the members of the Platform Party. I ask them to stand and remain standing, and please hold your applause until the entire group has been introduced. Beginning on your far right, we have Dr. Paul Burden, Assistant Dean of Education, Rachel Hunt, vocalist, Julie Comstock, Student Commencement Speaker, Dr. Todd Goodson, Curriculum and Instruction Department Chair, Dr. David Griffin Sr., Assistant Dean of Education, Dr. Linda Thurston, Associate Dean of Education and award recipient, and on my right, Carol Adams, our commencement speaker, Dr. Kirk Schultz, President, Dr. April Mason, Provost and Senior Vice President, Ms. Amy Button-Renz, President and CEO of the K-State Alumni Association, and Dr. Brad Bernheide, Associate Professor. Thank you. Thank you, seated. This day truly would not be possible without the conscientious, caring, and rigorous attention of a dedicated faculty. And I am honored to introduce representatives of our faculty, and I ask them to stand and remain standing. And once again, please hold your applause until all have been introduced. Aaron Bender, Lori Curtis, Lori Goodson, Michael Holan, Judy Huey, Jessica Lane, Janine LeMay, Lori Levine, Tani Martinez, Sherry Martini, Leah McKeeman, Amanda Morales, Jessica Nelson, Vicki Sherbert, Jackie Spears, Rosemary Talib, Warren White, Jill Wood, Sally Yonke, and I also recognize faculty members serving as marshals, Lotta Larson, David Allen, Jim Teagarden, Ken Huey, Kimberly Staples, and B. Stoney. Thank you. My appreciation for your dedication. I also thank Stephen Coutier, a senior in Applied Music and Accounting, for providing organ music for today's ceremony, and Terry Ferguson, Kansas State University alumnus, for providing the bagpiping music. As a major unit in a modern research university, the College of Education is proud to have our faculty contribute in significant ways to the scholarship which advances our profession. Nominations and recommendations by colleagues and students led a committee of faculty and students to recognize Dr. Linda Thurston as the recipient of the Michael C. Holen Excellence in Research Award. Dr. Thurston, will you please join me? Dr. Thurston's research agenda spans students with disabilities, gender issues, and STEM topics, and she was chosen for this honor after careful consideration. I am pleased to present Dr. Thurston with this plaque, a certificate of award, and a monetary award in the amount of $1,000. Please join me in recognizing Dr. Linda Thurston. This year, we continue a special tradition during commencement by recognizing outstanding College of Education graduates. Dr. Todd Goodson, Department Chair of Curriculum and Instruction, and Dr. David Griffin, Assistant Dean and Director of the Center for Student and Professional Services, will present the Outstanding Undergraduate Student Awards.
Thank you, Dean Mercer. Today we have the opportunity to honor our outstanding undergraduate students. We know they are well prepared as knowledgeable, ethical, caring decision makers who will greatly impact their future schools, students, and communities. At this time, will the following graduates please come forward to the lower platform to meet Dr. Griffin for the presentation. James Ashcraft, Bonnie Bailey, Jennifer Beasley, Hillary Cosgrove, Jordan Kennedy, Jessica Leichter, Sarah Potter, Hannah Prawley, and Autumn Snesrud. Each semester, we present two Outstanding Future Teacher Awards, one in elementary education and the other in secondary education. This award recognizes outstanding future teachers who demonstrate excellence during their professional clinical experiences as supported and documented by their cooperating teachers, university supervisors, and/or clinical instructors. Hillary Cosgrove of Wichita, Kansas is receiving the Fall 2015 Outstanding Future Teacher Award for Elementary Education. She is a graduate in elementary education with an emphasis in English. James Ashcraft of Lawrence, Kansas is receiving the Fall 2015 Outstanding Future Teacher Award for Secondary Education. He is a graduate in physics education. Congratulations, Hillary and Jim. Each semester, faculty identifies several students to receive the Outstanding Undergraduate Student Award. This award recognizes their outstanding scholarship and leadership in college, campus, and community activities. Each of these students exemplifies the meaning of being a knowledgeable, ethical, caring decision maker, thereby reflecting the best qualities of all of our graduates. Bonnie Bailey. Bonnie is from Washington, Kansas, and is a graduate in elementary education with an emphasis in mathematics. Jessica Leichter. Jessica is from Shawnee, Kansas, and is a graduate in elementary education with an emphasis in Spanish. Sarah Potter. Sarah is from Winfield, Kansas, and is a graduate in elementary education with an emphasis in special education. Hannah Prawley. Hannah is a graduate in secondary English education. She is from Randolph, Kansas. Autumn Snesrud. Autumn is from Iola, Kansas, and is a graduate in secondary English education. Congratulations to these outstanding graduates. Each semester, the Kansas State Department of Education recognizes 2 teachers of promise from each of the teacher education programs in the state. Earlier this semester, 2 of our graduates were recognized as teachers of promise. Jennifer Beasley of Overland Park, Kansas, was recognized as the secondary education teacher of promise. She is a graduate in mathematics education. And Jordan Kennedy of Frankfort, Kansas, was recognized as the elementary education teacher of promise. Jordan is a graduate in elementary education with an emphasis in mathematics. Congratulations. Congratulations to all of our outstanding student awardees.
I am pleased to introduce our commencement speaker, Carol Adams. Carol is currently the Executive Director of Teaching and Learning for Manhattan Ogden Schools. She joined the district administrative team in 2005 after 29 years of teaching high school English language arts. Carol is a 25-year participant and supporter in our professional development school collaboration with the College of Education. She facilitates the work of clinical instructors, administrators, and teachers in creating successful pre-service teaching opportunities. Carol earned her bachelor's degree from Fort Hays State University and her master's degree right here at Kansas State. She was a 2003 Kansas Teacher of the Year semifinalist, a 1988 Kansas Master Teacher, and a University of Kansas Outstanding Teacher of Gifted and Talented Student recipient 8 times. I am proud to present Carol Adams.
Thank you, Dr. Mercer. Okay, everybody can take a deep breath. You walked in, you didn't fall down, and you just look pretty darn gussied up today. Congratulations, class of 2016. And welcome to the teaching profession. You've answered the call to educate children and adolescents, and this makes you unique among your peers. For a teacher is made more durable than others. Teachers are made to rise at 5:30 a.m. and retire no earlier than 11:30 p.m., with no breaks in between and no trips to Aggieville. The teacher withstands being sequestered in an airtight classroom 7 hours a day, with 25 first graders on a rainy Monday and 25 seniors in the last week before graduation. The teacher also has the endurance to grade 100 multidiscipline performance tasks over winter break, to listen to 25 speeches about what I did this summer, and to set up independent science labs for 30 students during homecoming week. And as a result of that durability, we know that teachers like you possess a larger brain than others, for you must know all the answers to life's most pressing questions, regardless of grade or subject. Why do we have to study algebra? Do you think they'll cancel school? There's an inch of snow on the ground. Do we need to put our names on these papers? You must distinguish between believable and unbelievable excuses. My homework's somewhere in cyberspace. I don't understand how to do this, so I didn't do it. Absent? I'm excused. My mom just doesn't know it yet. Homework? Didn't sign up for that extracurricular activity. Late? My boyfriend forgot to set the alarm. Teachers are built with extra broad shoulders. Take a look around at yourselves so that you can carry more easily the professional responsibilities. To educate every student in the 3 R's, plus social skills, life skills, critical thinking skills, teamwork skills, math and reasoning skills, soft skills, citizenship skills, fitness, wellness, art, music, technology. You carry the knowledge that the hours students spend with you each day in your classroom may be the safest hours in that student's day. And you carry an understanding that we are entrusted with the future of our communities and our country. And as you might notice, you also have slightly longer arms than your non-teaching peers. They come from carrying a 30-pound backpack, shop supplies, props for the play, equipment, buckets of slimy green things for science labs, and wet clay for ceramics. But they also come from stretching across vast desktops to snatch away distracting materials, reaching into the back of the shelf to find the very last math manipulative, or pulling pencils out of the ceiling tiles in your classroom. But most frequently, these long arms are stretched around sweaty fourth graders on the playground, around the winning team, the kids who succeeded in passing the test, getting into college, or making it to graduation. Therefore, you've been given a larger heart than average, because your heart must be large enough to love the student who screams, "I hate this class, it's so boring." The sweaty third grader who presents you with a crumbled cookie held gingerly between two dirty little hands. The child who vomits on the floor during a reading lesson while the principal is in your room for your evaluation. And to love the child or adolescent that no one else seems to love. So you are made tough, but gentle. For your gentle hands will dry the tears of the second grader whose puppy died last night. You will console the eighth grader who just didn't make the team. You will comfort the junior girl who didn't get invited to prom. You'll share a moment of solace and compassion with the student whose father died in an accident. You'll grieve with the 6th hour literature class who lost 2 classmates the last week of school. So you must be gifted with a great amount of patience so that when a student asks, "Would you please repeat the directions you just repeated for her?" For the student who's forgotten lunch money for the 4th day in a row, when half of the class fails the test, patience when the textbooks haven't arrived and school starts tomorrow, and patience with a system that believes that every child can succeed, but sometimes dedicates too much time to bureaucratic tasks. And because of your patience, you are also endowed with a great deal and a limitless supply of hope. You are hoping that kids will someday learn to spell. You hope that just one day, no one's coat zipper gets stuck. You are hoping for no lunchroom supervision, for a snow day, for a short week. And you're always hoping for more pay. These qualities remind us that teachers teach, not for prestige or money, but in part out of a desire for immortality. Much like artists, musicians, and architects, we have a desire to leave behind something that endures. Most of us are here today because of a teacher's influence, and that's immortality. Their desire and passion for learning lives on in us, and our desire and passion, in turn, lives on in those whom we teach. Because we seek a sense of immortality, teaching becomes more than a profession. It becomes an art. We find that we have more in common with the symphony conductor than with the corporate lawyer. It is written, "Teachers are not rational, logical professionals. They are impractical, obsessive, eccentric artists who use their hard-won, expensive educations doing something they love." Ladies and gentlemen, it is a privilege to be included in your celebration today. And on behalf of those who helped prepare you for this day, your distinguished professors and instructors, cooperating teachers, students, and your families, we wish you many successful years of doing what you love, teaching. Thank you.
Carol, thank you for those inspirational words. We saw the reality of 29 years in a classroom, and you heard the rewards that come from our profession. To extend remarks on behalf of the students of our college, I'm pleased to introduce Julie Comstock, an elementary education graduate from Kailua, Hawaii.
Good morning. So as you may or may not have realized, this is actually my first ever student commencement speech. So when tasked with something new and challenging, I just did what any other teacher in this room would do. I went onto Pinterest and YouTube for ideas. So what I saw was a myriad of speeches that were heartfelt and inspiring. So esteemed faculty, fellow grads, proud friends and family, just prepare yourself for some diminished expectations this morning. But I did manage, however, to find an article titled 12 Foolproof Ways to Open a Speech, so let's just launch this morning with foolproof method number 4, a shocking statistic. 100% of you in here are hoping that this speech will not exceed 3 minutes, so that's nice. Perhaps method number 7 will prove more effective. An anecdote. You know, as a cohort of future teachers, we all appreciate a Disney-esque fairy tale, so here we go. Once upon a time, there was a brilliant and capable young princess who aspired to be a teacher, and her name was Princess Shmooly. Her name was Princess Shmooly, and she was just really, really good looking, and she grew up in this small beach village called Kailua in the Kingdom of Hawaii. In the summer of 2012, she was preparing for her sophomore year and sought out a new university to attend. She gazed onto ye old Google and searched for colleges still taking transfer applications for the fall. And like a knight in shining purple armor, the name Kansas State University sprawled all over her computer screen. Soon after, she boarded a plane and landed in the Sunflower State. Though this alien place was thousands of miles and an entire ocean away from a place of familiarity, she immediately was welcomed and inducted into a Wildcat family. Little did she realize that her Google search would lead her to this very podium. Yes, it's true. I, Julie Comstock, I'm Princess Shmooly, metaphor. An often quoted study from the University of Pennsylvania states that 46% of new teachers leave their classroom jobs within the first 5 years. But as I look out onto the class of 2015, I confidently believe that we are the other 54%. We are equipped with the knowledge and experience necessary to be tenacious and caring teachers. Our college faculty led us examples while they prepared us to be knowledgeable, ethical, and caring decision makers for this diverse and changing world. Okay, now, because this is a December graduation, it's evident for many of us our whole 4-year plan thing didn't really pan out. We are the brave ones who took the path less traveled towards a fruitful and fulfilling career. Though our journey was non-traditional, we weren't afraid to truly chase down what sets our hearts aflame. How fortunate for our future students that their teachers took the time to pursue a career that truly enthused them. Words cannot express my appreciation for that random Google search that brought me to this university, nor can I express my appreciation to the faculty and staff that modeled what compassionate educators look like. I am so pleased to be a member of the 54% of educators that will create lasting legacies with a chain of influence that will know no end. Congratulations, class of 2015, or should I say congratulations to the 54%. Thank you.
Thank you, Julie. Kansas State University believes in family. Upon graduation, you become a lifelong member of the K-State family. Our nationally acclaimed Alumni Association will serve as your primary connection to the university. And to welcome you with a special announcement, I am pleased to introduce Amy Button-Renz, President and CEO of the K-State Alumni Association.
Thank you, Dean Mercer. I'm pleased to be part of your special day and offer congratulations on behalf of the K-State Alumni Association, representing more than 178,000 graduates who will be your lifelong family. Today, as you receive your degree, we are honored to recognize you and all you have accomplished. We are also here to welcome you into a new relationship with your alma mater. Our mission at the Alumni Association is to lead and inspire lifelong involvement that will benefit Kansas State University and all members of our Wildcat community. I would like to share 3 of our core values that guide us in our mission to keep you connected with K-State. The first one is link. The Alumni Association provides the lifelong link that alumni depend on to remain connected. You can stay in touch through hundreds of alumni activities held on campus, throughout the United States, and even internationally. Another value is tradition. You will likely celebrate a few traditions today as you sing the alma mater or take KSU photos at your favorite spot on campus. The third core value is purple. For K-Staters, it's more than a color. It's a symbol of pride and connection. When you see someone wearing the K-State purple or a K-State class ring, you will feel that sense of family. In recognition of your graduation, the College of Education and the Alumni Association are providing you with a complimentary 1-year membership to the Alumni Association. We hope you enjoy the membership benefits and will always continue to be an active member. Our alumni are among the most loyal in the nation. In fact, you are now part of the #1 Alumni Association in the Big 12 Conference. I'm also proud to share that we have been #1 for 19 consecutive years. That loyalty is shared worldwide by generations of K-Staters who have the same passion for K-State that you feel today as you earn your degree from one of the finest universities in the nation. The Alumni Association is also pleased to present you with an exclusive alumni business card holder that we will hope you will proudly display in your classroom. We hope you enjoy it, and as you go through life and your titles and addresses change, please be sure to let us know. We want to make sure you are always connected to your K-State family. Congratulations and go State.
Thank you, Amy. Now it is time for the most important single event of this morning's ceremony. Will all candidates for bachelor's degrees in both elementary and secondary education please rise? I am happy to introduce Dr. Kirk Schultz, President of Kansas State University, for the conferral of degrees.
By the authority granted me by the people of Kansas and the Kansas Board of Regents, and upon recommendation of the faculty, I am pleased to confer upon you the respective degrees you have earned at Kansas State University. You may move the tassel to the left side of your mortarboards. After successful completion of your exams this week, you will be graduates of Kansas State University. Congratulations.
Thank you, President Schultz, and congratulations to all candidates of the class of December 2015. We will now proceed with the presentation of diplomas to the graduates. Will the graduates with a Bachelor of Science in Elementary Education please remain standing? Secondary education graduates, please be seated. I will make the presentations and will be assisted by Dr. Paul Burden, Dr. Brad Bernheide, Dr. David Griffin, and Dr. Linda Thurston. And I am especially pleased that our President, Kirk Schultz, and Provost, April Mason, will be joining me in congratulating you.
Crystal Aldretti. Tara Marie Arnold. Bonnie Elizabeth Bailey, magna cum laude. Whitney Nicole Austin. Anita Marie Barton. Marla Renee Boswell. Sarah Ann Brodel, cum laude. Vanessa Jane Burdick, magna cum laude. Caitlin Marie Buster. Kinsey Elizabeth Carter, magna cum laude. Austin Lee Cisnero. Crystal Nicole Clammers. Hannah Maureen Cockrell. Julia Ann Comstock. Luis Omar Contreras. Emily Rose Cosgrove. Hillary Shea Cosgrove. Samantha Marie Cox. Katie Ann Cowan. Jordan Nicole Davidson. Haley Lynn Ebert, cum laude. Michaela Ruth Fuller, magna cum laude. Sabrina Christine Gersh. Erin Renee Giran. Taylor Brianne Hebiger. Hannah Montana Handley. Abby Mae Heegert. Paige Lynn Heinze. Leah Marie Hermes. Dylan Joseph Henricks, magna cum laude. Caitlin Sue Hodges, magna cum laude. Trenton R. Heffler. Kelsey Brooke Horak. Rachel Louise Huganen, magna cum laude. Heather Marie Jackson. Carrie Suzanne Quino. Katie Ann Jones. Jordan L. Kennedy, summa cum laude. Dana Elizabeth Kilbride. Alexandra Elizabeth Kitterman. Jill Elizabeth Kurtz. Kylie Ann Lambeth, magna cum laude. Jessica America Leichter, summa cum laude and honors program completer. Kimberly Ann Lewis, cum laude. Nicole Andrea Martin. Molly Ann Maxwell. Aaron E. May. Mallory Anna McCurry. Jessica Marie McHenry. Gina Marie Meredith, magna cum laude. Amanda Leanne Morgan, magna cum laude. Kylie Michelle Nolan, magna cum laude. Michaela Nicole Otten. Lindsay Sue Palmer, cum laude. Michelle Nicole Pankey, cum laude. Megan Elizabeth Percoon. Emily Elizabeth Pickert. Sarah Kristen Plant. Sarah Jean Potter, magna cum laude. Kelsey Renee Roberts. Kaylin Rose Rossi, cum laude. Abigail Ann Roth, summa cum laude. Geneva Kaylin Sampson. Kenyatta Marche Rochelle Simpkins. Katie Ann Sowell. Jessica Marie Steele, magna cum laude. Elizabeth Catherine Steenbach, cum laude. Lindsay Nicole Stenzel. Alyssa Lee Tyler, magna cum laude. Christopher Kent Wall. Colby Wilson. Katie Elizabeth Wright. Rebecca Lynn Zeller, magna cum laude. Danielle Marie Ziegler.
Please join me in congratulating our elementary education graduates. You may be seated. Will the graduates with the Bachelor of Science degree in secondary education please rise and remain standing?
James Richard Ashcraft. Chris O. Bailey. Jennifer Claire Beasley, summa cum laude. Dylan J. Blake. Tommy Warren Brady. Maribel Carrillo Sanchez. Joshua Michael Donkos. April Dawn G. Elizabeth Brackney Gilson. Robert William Hamilton. Christopher James Kirshen, magna cum laude. Austin David Lee. Tabitha Noel McPheron, cum laude. Leslie Ann Mitchum. Caitlin Mary Knoll. Logan Allen Posson. Hannah Ann Prawley, magna cum laude. Morgan Lynn Reinhardt. Hannah Josie Rankin. Michael Erman Richards. Jessica Lynn Roach, magna cum laude. Madeline Graham Sexton. James Austin Smith. Autumn Lynn Snesrud, magna cum laude. Marissa Jade Stahl. Thomas Brandon Starkey. Shay Ying Tang. Elizabeth Malia Vater, cum laude.
Please join me in congratulating our secondary education graduates. You may be seated. We thank every parent and guest for attending today. Your support helped your special graduates succeed in their academic journey. Please stand and join us as Rachel Hunt leads the 2015 graduates in the singing of the alma mater for the first time as alumni of Kansas State University. Congratulations. Stay in touch. Go out and make an impact. We are so very, very proud of each one of you. Will the platform party, faculty, and graduates prepare for the recessional march? The graduates will recess up the stairs to the concourse where friends and family may join them. And thank you all for being here to celebrate this special event. Go Cats!